Seconds to say even a littlest thing about this guy, but I did really enjoy him at so many conferences, and he did tell me he wanted to die with his boots on, and I think he perhaps did, because he was in fact creative to the very last minute of his life.
Spence Sales?
Yeah.
Wasn't already an old guy when I saw him. He was in his 90s.
But Harold was amazing. He was a creative force. Are you focusing in on my nose?
Okay.
Thank you.
What does Spence Sales mean to you?
Spence Sales was an amazing influence in my life. Mid-80s in art school. I was an art student and he was 80-something and he was an art student. And that was the beginning of our working relationship, which went on for 10, 11, 12.
He was a very interesting man, I would say. He was a very interesting man.
I think that, don't do this, Jason.
A number of years ago, he was doing an exposition here at McGill, and I found it always very amazing how he was explaining his art and how it related to urban planning, because everything was so dynamic and so synergistic. And
The Roger Thesaurus was his Bible, and all his writings were carefully crafted for beauty and clear meaning.
What do you know about Spence Sales?
But he founded the school.
Anything else?
He was probably a very good man. Anybody who founded the school must have been a good man.
I do know Harold. We've had some good laughs together.
I'm the photographer.
Trilogy 3. I want to talk about Trilogy 2 with McGill. McGill was a very special place for our family.
And this is the St. Sulpice piece, which at that time was on the edge of the city, of course. Harold was a great believer in suburbs.
I can't stand this, Jason. Get away from me.
Say it again.
I'm going to kill you.
What?
Variety of trees. He instilled the notion of a wide variety of trees. We have one of the greatest arboretums in the downtown milieu that I know of. It's quite amazing.
How many?
This part of working your way through. You must do it in a playful manner. That's the way you discover things. Remember Charlie Chaplin said that.
And for his students and people that never met him, I hope that they did get a little bit of an entree into him. I asked Mary a little while ago, did you ever see Harold down?
He told us that in his first architectural job, he kind of made a mess of the doctor's house. And this doctor afterwards referred to him as Mr. Bloody Bent Nail.
Spence Sales? He sounds like a model of outrageousness, which we can all try to emulate.
Did you ever meet the guy?
I never met him.
Did you ever hear about him?
Oh, yes. You hear about him all the time.
He was known by the Genstar Corporation as the Prince of Planners.
Did you ever meet the guy?
I never met him.
Did you ever hear about him?
Oh, yes. You hear about him all the time.
Harold quit the deal with Wackford, as we've heard, and when the white cloud of smoke had disappeared, we had David as the head of the school.
Spence Sales. My grandfather was the wildest person I ever knew. And,
Is it true he's a flirt?
oh yeah.
But a marvelous way with words. I can remember when he was doing the Class Victoria, he turned around to Andrew one day and he said, you know, Andrew.
Okay, I'd never actually met Harold. I became a good friend of the family later on. But based on everything I've heard, I have to say that I wish I'd met the man. Sounds like he would have been a ton of fun to know, I must say. Yeah.
Why?
Hedonistic.
Tell me about Spence Sales.
Well, I'm going to do that. 20 minutes on Spence Sales in 5 minutes time.
And so you can't summarize that in one word?
No.
Impossible.
A wonderful man.
A wonderful man. Spence Sales.
Spence Sales. Harold Spence Sales. A wonderful man.
So I was great greatly honored when he asked me to help him with those vast sheets of drawing paper. Double elephant, no doubt. See? You know double elephant? You don't know double elephant? Okay. It's the most beautiful watercolor paper in the world.
Get out of here, Prince.
Doesn't the school need cash?
The school needs cash.
Jolly good.
Yeah.
No interest in the past. He was always saying, no cobwebs. Oh, no cobwebs. No. And he was always a seeker of fresh solutions. He was very bold. He was very playful.
Spence Sales back in 1955, which was not long after he all started. And I worked in Preville, where he lived. I was the building inspector in Preville. He got me
What to say? So really, it has been. I hate to say that, but it has been a long time ago. That I was his student, and the problem was that I wanted to get a master's degree from architecture, and he was.
Did you meet him?
No.
You never even saw him?
No, but I've heard all about him today.
And what do you think about him?
He's a wonderful guy.
And you would have liked to have known him?
No, wonderful is a bland word.
Oh, what do you want me to say there?
What have you picked up from what you've heard that would give you an edge?
What have I picked up from what I've heard will give me an edge?
You want me to talk about Spence Sales? Well, all I know is he's clearly a bit of a rogue. Based on the photograph that I see over there, he's a rogue. That's all I know.
The last word about him.
Last word about Spence Sales. There's never a last word about Spence Sales.
Excellent. Thanks.